So today I went to my first networking event for film and I want to talk about it with you guys in this video and talk about showing up for yourself even when it's uncomfortable and awkward and you feel like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but you do it anyway. So as the people of this channel know, and if you don't know, I am an actor. One of the things I do, but as I say in other videos, actor, singer, dancer, songwriter, influencer, and everything else in between. Okay, you know what? Let me sit. Anyways, so me and my friend decided last week when we met up because I was helping him with his monologue for an audition, and we were like, okay, look, we need to go to an acting event. So then that's when I started searching on the web, and I was like, okay, what can we do? And then we found an event that was today. So that was a week and a half ago. And we were like, okay, we're gonna go, we're gonna network, and we're trying to get out. We're trying to make it out, okay? Because when I tell y'all, I'm in the stage of my career, I'm in the stage of my life where I'm ready to advance. I'm ready to go and I'm ready to do. And I just couldn't be happier to be in this stage because it's just lighting a fire up me. And I'm just like, let's go. So I was like, okay, we're going to do that. We're going to go to this network event. And he was like, yeah, cool. Okay, we're doing it. So anyways, fast forward a week and a half later, and I come straight off of work, and then I get changed in the work restroom, and then I head on the way to the event. So then I get to the event, and my friend is in the other side of the parking lot. So that's when we walk and we meet up together, and then we're just standing outside like, okay, so we think this is the building. I'm like, yeah, this is the building. So we're like, okay, should we go in now? Mind you, the door, they were gonna be showing short films, and so they were gonna start showing the films at 7, but we got there at 6:40-ish to like talk, meet some people and network, because this is what we are here for. I mean, also, I love being around creative people, as I always say in a lot of my other videos too. Like, creative people just energize me, okay? When I'm around people that love to create, people that love to, any type of creative thing, but obviously the events that I'm going to are film-based, so it's the producers, the directors, the writers, the actors, the cinematographers, everybody, and I just love a good time. The people that just want to show up and that just love films. Even if you don't create, you just love a good plot line. So that's when we're outside, we're like, okay, it's time to go in. So we go in, and let me tell y'all guys, I was so nervy. I'm so glad that my friend agreed to go to this, because I mean, obviously, my friend is an actor too, so he would want to do something like this. But I'm so glad that we just were like, let's do it. Like, we didn't know what we were doing, but we walk into the place, and then we're looking around. It's given a lot of empty. It's not empty, but there's people there, but it's not giving film, like they're about to show a film with chairs and projectors and all this other stuff. So we're looking around and we're just like, okay, so it's definitely people here at this event, because the space was hosted at like an event slash night place, like nightlife place. So we were like, okay. So then that's when I was like, okay, should I just go ask the I was like, should I just go ask the was it, I wouldn't call her a bartender, she was behind the counter. So I mean, bartenders could be behind counters, but it wasn't like that. It was like any type of food you wanted. So I went up to the lady and was like, hey, do you know where this exact event is? And she was like, oh, it's behind that door right there. Mind you, the door all the way across the room. I was like, oh, that makes sense, where it says enter right there. Okay, yes. So we go there, and then immediately I'm like a deer in headlights. Me and my friend are like, what's going on? How are we doing this? How are we doing this? So we end up just going, and I'm like, okay, well, they're about to show a couple of short films. Where do you want to sit? He's like, straight in the front. I said, okay, because I was really we could have sat right in front of the door. Like, right here, I would be fine. But he said straight in the front. And you know what I said? I said, okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So, and guys, this is more like a chat talk video. So this is not an advice video or aspiring video. Like, sometimes I just want to make video diary entries to myself and talk. And then also some people may hear this and also, like, get encouragement from it too, and to just go to networking events or anything that you desire. So basically, after walking in, that's when we just sit down in the front, and I don't remember, we didn't talk to anyone at that point, but by the time we sat down, the films were about to start showing soon. So then the lights turned down, and then that's when they showed a short film. The people got on stage. Okay, they talked, questions, and all this other stuff. And then they did that about 2 or 3 other times. And I just love seeing it. Can I just talk about that for 2 seconds? I loved seeing it because, like I said, I love seeing creativity. Like, y'all don't understand. The people that you never know who you're in a room with. You never know, like, and I'm not talking about right now, but I'm talking about in a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You don't know if you're sitting next, like, I didn't know whoever was showing a funny little low budget short film today, maybe they could be the next Scorsese. Like, I don't know. They could be the next Spielberg. Who knows? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously those people are original and it's 1 in a million. But I'm saying you never know who's going to, flourish. So it's just it's so amazing to see people create art and just on their endeavors, and people that actually love it and they just do it for the fun, the craft, and obviously the low budget right now, because the ones that we saw today were that. And I just love that. I just love it. Like, come on, let's create. Let's get a friend and let's film. Anyways, so after that, then the intermission happens, and then we're like, okay, you know what? We need to talk to somebody. We need to talk to somebody. So then that's when we go to one of the people who were showing their short films. Well, actually, they were promoting another film there. And we go talk to them. But we're in line to go talk to the people, but then there's somebody that was right there for like a whole 5 minutes. We're on an intermission, so there's a time crunch. So we're just like, okay, we're just gonna wait in line. But then there's another guy that approaches, and then he starts talking to them already, and we're like, oh, okay, so we can just like talk. But then they start talking to another person, and then we start talking to the guy, and then find out he does like a lot of videographer stuff, and he does y'all can tell I don't know the words. Like, let me get the proper words, but he like is more on the producer side. That's the word, producer. So and like I said, this is all like filmmakers in the city, local, like indie. So it's not LA type thing. It's just people that are creating. And I just what can we bring to the table? What can I bring? What can you bring? What can we all bring? So anyways, we're talking to him, and then finds out like, oh, he does a lot of the production side. I'm like, okay, well, I'm a lot of the on camera side. Let's make something shake. So then we exchange contacts and all that stuff, and then we didn't end up talking to the film guy. But then later on, they show more films after the intermission, and it's time to leave. And then I'm trying to talk to this one guy, but then he's getting interviewed, and then we end up talking to someone else, and he's like the runner of the whole organization that's hosting the whole event, and they've been doing these events for years and creating so many spaces for filmmakers to all meet and do all of these things together. And then I'm like, oh, so you're like the CEO? It's not like a business, but like it's an organization. And I'm like, oh, so like you're the president. And it's just crazy, like just meeting some people, and and then I ended up talking to another guy who I wanted to talk to at the beginning, and he does films and all that. So this is, like I said, this is a video diary entry video. Like, maybe I should make this a series, just chatting so that people can know, like, okay, if you want some inspiration, some advice, the other videos are very much there. But this can also be that to someone. But yeah, so I'm saying all this to say I was so like, kind of like just anxious in the beginning. I was so like, like I've never done, like, this is like networking, and like it's so like I just, somebody meet me, let's create, like we don't like, but this is a part of all industries, like networking, getting connections and stuff like that. And I'm not going in with the mindset like only to network, because like I said, I do like meeting people and like being creative and stuff like that. But part of the business, your net work is your net worth. And then also, like, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. So it's just putting myself in those spaces and meeting cool people too. And like I said, just cool friends that I could make content and make fun stuff with, because that is who I am. That is who I am, and that is what I love to do. And I love meeting people that like to do that, especially in their adulthood, because a lot of people, they like love to do a bunch of creative things when they're younger, and then they get older and they're like, oh yeah, I know, I just need to get this job and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, you can have your job, but can we be creative? Like, can we do like, don't forget your dreams when you wish upon a star. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, I just want to make this to say, Go to that networking event, okay? Do something that it makes you a little uncomfortable, that makes you like a little anxious, because you're not gonna feel like that forever. And I'm going to go to more, because the more I go, the less I'll feel like this, the less anxious I'll feel. Even though I feel really good after going to this event, and I'm just happy. And I'm documenting this for myself because I want to look back on this in a few years and be like, wow, I remember that event. That was crazy. Because right now it's like, oh my gosh, I finally went to my first event. But in like 5 years from now, I'll be like, wow, that was one of the ones that started it all. So just go to the events, and you're gonna get through this. And I got through that event, and it was amazing. I'm making it sound like it was like scary. No, it was cool. But yeah, follow your dreams, everyone, okay? Follow your dreams. Life's too short. Period. I love y'all so much. And bye.